radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents Live on Rocco 2.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Tuesday, October 18th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning, friends.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a great show lined up for you today on this Tap Out Tuesday. Our good buddy Rocco is going to be in studio. Best deep dish pizza in Arizona. We're going to give away up to $100 in gift certificates for that. Another round of Tap Outs. We're also going to have Versus the Fall in studio a little bit later on. They're going to be performing at the Glow Show this Friday at the Rock. We're stoked about that. Also have tickets for Sepultura fans out there, Max and Igor. We're going to be hooking you up with the brothers Sepultura a little bit later on in the program. And, you know, we're just kind of getting things ready. I started off this morning, like, you know, it's been a weird 24 hours here in Arizona Lotus building.
Your aura is different today.
Oh, my aura is fine. It's not me. You know, I'm not a sociopath, but I get an email yesterday. It's a group email from Drum, who's, you know, a receptionist as well here in the building. Everyone has like 100 jobs, right? So she sends out an email saying, hey, whoever took the air freshener, the plug-in air freshener and threw it in recycling, don't do that. Like the company buys that and it costs money. And, you know, everybody knows that those chargers, those air fresheners are reusable, right? Everybody knows that. This is a fact. You see those things plugged into the wall. You know they cost money. You know that you have like reusable, refillable Glade pods or whatever that you throw in there. Well, basically, a few weeks back, my studio, in particular, our studio, the broom closet, smelled like ass. And it smelled like ass because we have a lot of crunchy friends. It's just how it is. Crunchy. You know, we pack people up in this room. We bring a bunch of food in and, you know, we're having a good time. But sometimes, you know, you smell fine, Rico. Thank you. But sometimes, you know, the room itself permeates a rankness about it. It's not great. And it made it difficult. I didn't say anything about it, but other people noticed it. And then one day, the smell miraculously disappeared, right? Because they put in this air freshener. I was like, oh, good. So yesterday, there's an email saying someone put the air freshener in recycling. And I'm like, oh, I hope that wasn't my air freshener because, you know, I really appreciate that. You know, like I said, I got crunchy friends. And if you watch the podcast broadcast, you could pretty much kind of pinpoint the suspects.
It's smell-o-vision sometimes.
Yeah. You can tell who might be like, you know, like the type of mentality that says, you know what, deodorant's bad for you, you know, and there are people out there that believe that for sure. And they could be right, but at the same time, they could be rank. So anyways, I come in this morning and my our air freshener is missing. And I'm like, oh, what the F? I know it wasn't one of us that threw this air freshener in recycling. We'd never do that. I really do appreciate having this room smell nice. So I'm like looking for it. And, you know, like my journey here at Lotus in the past couple of years has been well documented. You know, I've worked with people that are just difficult to work with, or genuinely just maniacs, psychopaths, a-holes, like friggin' mental cases. Mental case in particular, mental case number one, subject number one. I'm looking, I'm like, hey, do you know what happened to my air freshener? And he opens up his studio door and he's got 40 of them sitting on his counter. And he's like, yeah, I can't take it. They make me sick. I'm like, so you collected them all and you put them on the counter? You got them right in front of you? What are you doing? And he's like, yeah, no, I can't work like this. You can't have the air fresheners in the building. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. You're going to decipher. You're dictating my air now. You are the boss of what I breathe in. Like, first off, I'm already stuck in a broom closet. It's like there's no windows, there's no ventilation. We have our very own vent. Like, you know, like
it's like an airplane.
Yeah. In fact, actually, there was a period of time late last summer that it was hot as F in here because our air conditioning unit didn't work, but everyone else's did. Right. So we have our own thing. So we don't even share an air duct with this maniac. But he went through, not only did he grab my air freshener and he grabbed the other studio's air fresheners, he has so many of them. He has like $150 worth of air fresheners all stockpiled. And that means he went through this entire building and broke into offices to steal their air fresheners.
It's like a Batman villain.
Right.
He would be the freshener.
And in what world is this normal? And this is what I have to deal with. And what's crazy is in some management's eyes, I am the bad guy, right? And I'm like, what? At what point are you going to realize that this guy's the effing Riddler? He is the Joker. He is Two-Face. He's a goddamn evil villain. How are you going to take the air fresheners, man? It's insane. Insane. I gotta sit here now. Luckily, Rico and I, we shower daily, right? Not together. Yeah, but we had to make that clear. But we're clean.
Too late. That sound bit's already taken.
I know.
Damn it.
But we smell well. Yeah. Which is good. So when we have guests in later on today, it's not going to smell like straight up ass, which is fantastic. But I can't promise that on Thursday or Friday. I got a jam-packed studio, man, and I need that air freshener. So,
do you though? I don't know. I feel like you have the whole underdog, like low-key vibe going on. The smells add to your allure.
No,
it's charming.
No, it's not. No. We have too many like guests and clients and sponsors coming in on the show. I don't want them coming in and thinking that they're like spending money on the worst smelling show on radio. Like, no, it's just not a good look. And plus, we want to sit here and, for the broadcast, we're like comfortable and we're BSing going back and forth. It's really hard to get into a natural conversation when your eyes are watering because you're trying not to breathe through your nose.
The nostrils are stinging.
Yeah. So, it's important that we have an air freshener. But unfortunately, I got this squirrel over here, Nutty McGee, who stole every single air freshener within a 3-mile radius and has a stockpile. And I'm like,
just bring on Febreze as a sponsor. We'll be good.
No, I know.
That'd be dope.
Oh, no. What's great is like, I don't even need mace. If I have a problem with this guy in the hallway, I just have to Febreze the hallway. He's not even walking down. Like invisible force field. Oh, can't walk through this. It's garden fresh, bitch.
Yeah.
So insane. And it doesn't get less insane around here. It seems like it only gets more insane around here. But yeah, that's the way. That's the breaks. And I feel bad for everyone else who really wanted to have a nice smelling like office space, workspace. And here's another thing. Let's just point this fact out. This little factoid. All right, us morning show guys are in the building 4.5 hours tops. Right. 4.5 hours tops. Everyone in the office, like our receptionists and secretaries, they're in here 9 hours, right? So there's an extra 5 hours that they have to sit here and smell their surroundings. But unfortunately, because one dude thinks he's calling the shots and he can't deal with it with his sensitive little snowflake nostrils. Yeah, I call him a snowflake. That everyone else has to put up with their own stank. I don't know. It's insane.
All of this feels like a missing episode of The Office, honestly.
I know. Yeah, no, that's where we are.
Very
so,
Dwight.
Yeah, this is a small market radio at its finest for sure. So even though this studio is not going to smell its best today, our show still going to be better than the rest. That's a guarantee. We got your morning moron coming up next, right after Giovanni and the Hired Guns. But first, let's kick things off with System of a Down. This is Chop Suey or Pewee. Anyway, no, I don't know. Pewee. Whatever. It's weird because we started off the morning with System of a Down. We started off the broadcast System of a Down. I actually have that playing right now. Toxicity. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, that was my morning rant. And now it smells like onions in here because we had Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza hanging out with us. And I'm not complaining. He served up what he serves up best, a delicious deep dish pizza. And it was fantastic.
Oh, it was gluttonous, pornographically good.
Yes, it is. And, two slices are the max. You always want to go for the third, but you regret it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it sits in you like a brick. You're like, oh. And, yeah, so I'm good to go for food for the next 6 hours. And thank you, Rocco. And that Chingatinga pizza, you definitely have to try that. We're going to play a clip from Tap Out from Rocco's appearance here a little bit later on in the show. My opening rant is legit. The fact that this fucking guy, and you guys know exactly who this is, went around the entire building going into people's offices and stealing the air fresheners is not only bizarre, but it's downright criminally insane. The guy, just like, oh, they're toxic. They're toxic. Oh yeah. So you're collecting them all and you're keeping them in the same room with you. Like, how does that make sense in any bizarro land?
It made my morning.
Oh my God.
Woke me up.
Yeah, that woke him up. So he's yelling at me in the hallway.
Like, oh boy.
Yeah. And so Rico had opened the door to just witness this. And I'm just laughing at him because first off, he is getting a little too verbally comfortable in my surrounding, right? He's yelling almost in a way like he's yelling at me, but he's not.
Having angry parent fight flashbacks.
Right. And I'm like, don't trigger me, bro. Don't trigger me. So, I'm professional anyways. Not that I could do anything about it. But the fact is, oh, sorry, here you can hear us now. I had to laugh as insanity. I'm like, you're fucking mental. And no, I'm going to buy my own air freshener now. And if you touch it, then you're stealing my property. And I'm going to make it smell like fucking douche in here because you're a douche out there. Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Just running my trap on the podcast broadcast. It's what we do. Welcome back to the show. Let's break this down because I found this very interesting. It's red flags for dudes. All right. Now, obviously, guys have red flags when they're dating girls, but did you know that women talk amongst themselves and they have a list of red flags they're looking for when they go out on a date with a guy? So little did you know, the odds are already stacked against you and you didn't even know it. So the word has been out on our species and women have been warned to look out for these red flags to be aware of. And you might think you're doing the right thing, but you could just screw yourself inadvertently. Now, here is what I've been able to put together based on my research. So try not to do these things when having a first date or a second date, okay? First and foremost, arrival time. Every moment you're late is a point against you, and make no mistake, a mental scorecard is being filled out. Now, everyone knows who's been in a relationship with a woman is that if you scorn them at all, if they get upset, they will not forget that moment.
Oh, no.
It will be brought up 10 years down the line. Be like, remember that one time?
That Tuesday, the 1st of November, at 3:46 p.m.
Yeah, like I knew you were trash when you showed up 3 minutes late to our first date 6 years ago. Like, what? Yeah, they won't forget. Also, showing up early will make you look too desperate. So even if you're 15 minutes early, so hold back for 10 and then hit that 5-minute sweet mark to cover yourself.
Right.
Okay. Profile pics. If you met online or through an app, make sure you look like the photo they're expecting or you're doomed. Okay. Ordering for them. Now, here's the thing. We were taught in previous generations that was chivalry, right? You're ordering for the lady. And I've done this. I've actually been kind of scoffed at by my girlfriend for ordering for her. But it's really an old school mentality. And I'm just trying to be, it's not polite, but it's dinner
cordial
etiquette. Yeah, it's like restaurant etiquette.
How do you word it? Do you go, and the lady will have?
Yes.
Do you say that?
I do. I actually put on my most gallant accent and my lady will have.
The lady will have.
Yes.
Your finest.
The finest mac and cheese your establishment has to offer. She hates it when I do that for whatever reason, though.
Weird.
Yeah. So, apparently if you do that now, she might think you're a control freak. So don't order for them. But I do allow them to order first. I think that's still chivalry.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Complaining about food. They're making future plans and you'll complain about them too. Ordering water. Yeah, I guess this is a thing. So some will interpret it as a sign that you don't see the evening going anywhere and they're looking to make a quick exit. So like if you're going on a date and you don't order a cocktail, you order a water. They'll overthink it, apparently. I don't know about that one, but it's on the list.
Weird.
Yeah. Pouring wine for them. You know what? Essentially, being too nice is a red flag.
Evidently.
You can't win.
Nope.
Well, it could be viewed if you pour wine for them that you're trying to control how much they drink. Or if you're pouring chilled wine over warmed wine, that's a death sentence. So you don't want to do that. You got to know your wine etiquette.
Oh, yeah.
Get this one. This is a red flag too. Eating onions. Yeah. They say you don't care about their feelings or lingering after effects. I swear to God. This is according to the Guardian. There's so many here. We're going to break down more on the podcast broadcast. I got about 6 more.
I could see that being a red flag if you pull an onion out from your dinner jacket and you're just like, delicious onion.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without it. I always like a little bit of extra onion. Don't like to ask the server, so I bring my own. It's like someone who brings their own hot sauce, which I've done that before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Watch that work. She's like, oh, he's a rebel.
Yeah. I like how frugal he is. He's so fiscally responsible. He brings his own onion everywhere he goes.
Oh god.
And I just thought it was his BO. Go figure. All right. We'll keep that conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Coming up next, I got a stupid criminal story I want to share with you, so don't go away. Clear. All right. I couldn't get any more vaguer on that tease, but let's break down the rest of this list.
I was like, let's go from onions to like bad criminal stuff.
Yeah.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. So, okay. Eating onions is a red flag, apparently. The bill. So if you plan to take care of it, fine. But if they want to split it, you got to let them. It's not an argument you want to get into because it'll leave a mark, which I think is fair.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, how many dates do you think you should be splitting the tab until you offer to pay for the entire tab?
Generally, for me personally, I usually just pay up. I'm old school.
Again, yes,
But, yeah.
yes, but that again, and like that's a red flag in a way, and it could seem controlling, and it could seem like if you buy the dinner and it's a nice dinner that you're expecting something in return. So, I think in a lot of dating situations, if you just split it and go into it and say, hey, you want to go on a first date? We'll just go Dutch, see how things work out.
Oh my bad. I didn't mention I also put the waiver on the table before I pay the bill.
Oh, okay.
I'm like the HJ waiver.
Yeah.
At
You're
least
like,
tier 1.
by me buying the
Right.
second round of drinks, you're agreeing to one dry hand job under the table. I mean, that's just a
Rules are
deal.
the rules.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And that's fair. I'm being a gentleman to say hand job.
Right.
All right. Talking about yourself. They say if it's relevant and there's equal time, sure. But if you make it all about you, you're doomed. Not answering questions. It means you're hiding something, Rico. All right. Let's see. Agreeing with everything. All right. Oh, yeah. You don't want to be a pushover.
Nope.
And finally, the final red flag is saying you're tired. You might as well tell them that you'd rather be someplace else, like in bed alone. But yeah, maybe you are. I did remember I was on a date, went to that nice Italian restaurant off River, and I want to say Campbell or something like that. It's not Campbell, like Oracle. And the date was good, and she invited me back to her house, and so I knew what that meant. We're gonna do some like swimming, and things would have went all the way. And she was cool, and sexy and all that stuff. But I wasn't 100% into her. I knew I wasn't gonna do it a couple times. Like if I went to have sex with her, I probably would only had sex with her that once. And for whatever reason, I was having unconscious that night, and then I had to shit too. So I went home to go to the bathroom, and I had to give that old thing. And then once I went to the bathroom, I was like, I don't know why I'm saying this out loud right now. Actually, why is
Come on.
Yeah. So after I went to the bathroom, I was like, sorry, I can't come over.
That's the most. Yeah. That's so. That's a fine line right there.
How many times did the restaurant food that you eat on a date cock block you inadvertently?
Right.
Sometimes it happens. You go to a restaurant,
cock blocking.
yeah, you eat something that doesn't agree with you, and you instantly have the bubble guts afterwards, and it's like showtime. But you're like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna have to call it a wrap.
And it's always when things are going great too. And they're like thinking to themselves, like, "What's wrong with me?" You're like, no, babe, I got the shits.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's me, not you.
Yeah, I'd rather shit in the comfort of my own home than handle my business at your home and then wipe diligently and then go to town on you, right?
Or
Like,
even the time window when you're on the date and you're actually in the bathroom. She's like, "Oh, is he taking a mad shit?"
right.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want that. And is it not being a gentleman to make sure you have a clean anus when you sleep with somebody for the first time?
Right.
Yeah. So that was the situation there. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. But yeah, again, you get poo blocked.
Poo blocked. I think it's a quiet epidemic that we're not even talking. Most people don't talk about.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Getting poo blocked. Poo blocked.
Yeah. And poo block happens a lot.
Yep.
Make
Make a PSA about it.
Chef Gary's still talking about that video you made that you rocked the spot. Yeah, which is fantastic.
Thank you, buddy.
We're gonna do
That was
some
fun.
Beast retweets here in a little bit. I've been having fun retweeting stuff. Plus, Rico sent me a video, but I got to show some love to Rocco, our in-studio guest this morning for another round of tap out. Today's actually National Pasta Day. Did you know that? And well, Rico didn't know that. Now, did you guys know that? And we broke down some surprising facts about pasta. It was actually an interesting segment with Rocco because this dude's an expert. He knows how to make his pasta. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Actually, this hour it's Rocco 102.1 KFMA. You see what I did there, Rocco? Hey. Of course, Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza is in studio as we're enjoying the pizza of the month, but it's a chicken tinga pizza. You never taste anything like that. You can get that as a deep dish. And can you get that as a thin crust as well?
Oh, yeah.
You got your options. Yeah. I always go deep dish, though. It's something about that provolone, man. You know, today's National Pasta Day as well.
I've heard that, yes.
Yeah. So, and you have tons of great pastas as well. And so, when you every month you do a pizza of the month, you do a pasta of the month as well.
We do pretty much a daily pasta special. It rotates a couple times a week. Yeah.
Nice, just to keep it fresh for yourself and your staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's the special of the day today?
It's penne alla norma. That's a Sicilian style pasta with like a pomodoro sauce, just like a light tomato sauce. It has baked eggplant on it, and then ricotta salata cheese, which is a gradable dry ricotta cheese.
I'm intrigued just to try that. But also,
good, dude.
A white tomato sauce, is that not like Alfredo at all?
I said light tomato
sauce. Okay. Because I was just like, I never heard of that. What?
Yeah, our regular marinara is like we cook it for like 4 hours, and this stuff is just lightly simmered and stuff. So.
Oh, nice. Look at you. I mean, you are just a mad scientist, and you continue to whip together these very creative, locally inspired cuisines based off the influences of your upbringing, of just the Midwest type of delicacy. And I love it. I love it so much. So let's break it down. This list for you. You might not know some of these things, actually. I'd be surprised if you didn't, but I got some fun facts about pasta for you on National Pasta Day.
All right.
And this was according to BuzzFeed, but I was very intrigued by this. I was like, oh, okay.
All right, bring it on.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong or if BuzzFeed's wrong. But they say spaghetto is the singular word for spaghetti. Right. So the word that ends in O.
Sure. Yeah. That's a singular for male Italian noun. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
But who eats one spaghetto?
Yeah.
Right. Psychopath.
Well, I mean, if it's
some weirdo twirling one strand of spaghetto on his fork. What a weird.
Give me a 3 mile long spaghetto. I'll try it.
So you tell me SpaghettiOs was actually more clever than we thought?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
They essentially, they were more culturally inappropriate than you thought. All right. Before machinery, pasta was kneaded by foot.
No, I don't know if I needed to know that fact.
Well, they say because pasta dough is so tough, workers would walk over large batches of dough, and to knead it in a single batch, it would take a full day of walking to make.
I can believe it. If you've ever made handmade pasta, yeah, you got to knead that stuff hard, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you just have machines to help you do it.
Right.
Which is good. All right. This is a fun fact as well. And the next time I order pasta, I'm going to order it al dente because they say al dente pasta not only tastes better, but it keeps you full longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And they say this is because it takes longer to digest the dente pasta. Than overcooked pasta. So it makes you feel full longer. So that's good. I was thinking it just expanded in your stomach because then it fully cooks once it hits that stomach acid. But
right. That sounds realistic too.
Sounds plausible. Let's go with that.
Yeah. All right.
And also it has a better mouth feel, you don't want to eat mushy pasta.
Right.
Unless you're at like the barbecue place and you have the really rich mac and cheese. That's okay if that's mushy.
Yes, you need that to be mushy, and that's where it stops.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more fun facts here. There are approximately 350 shapes of pasta, and it's estimated that there are about 4 times as many names as there are shapes. So it's not just spaghetti or fettuccine.
Right on.
But
my favorite pasta shape is strozzapreti, which means priest stranglers.
Really?
Yes.
That's so metal.
That's totally metal, dude.
Yeah, it's completely metal. Do you have any priest strangler pasta?
I don't. It's hard to find. I think it's contraband in the United States.
And here's our final fun fact about pasta on National Pasta Day. The average Italian eats 60 pounds of pasta per year, while Americans eat just 26 pounds a year. So we got to step up our game.
We really do. And we can help you at Rocco's.
Exactly. So, yes, if you feel like you're underserving yourself
Right.
pasta and not living up to your Italian heritage, head over to Rocco's, get that pasta.
Yeah,
special.
if you haven't had our spaghetti and meatballs, it's my grandma's recipe. So you got to come get it.
There you go. All right, you guys want to see the coolest shit on the internet today?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you're going to be intrigued by. It's going to be awesome. All right, so this is called the javelin throw or
Javelin shot?
Javelin shot. You've seen the javelin shot?
No.
Okay, so the javelin shot. I said javelin. I'm a fucking idiot. So the javelin shot is essentially it's your phone with 360 camera, right? And on the end of like an extending stick.
Oh, I
So
see where this is going. Cool.
Watch how this looks. This
Oh.
looks so amazing. Watch. Right? They're gonna show that's how it goes up, and then that's what it looks like. Look at that. Is that not amazing?
That is cool, but instantly I'm like, that seems like such an unnecessary risk for my $1,000 pocket device. I'm
yeah,
like, I'll pass. Let's use somebody's drone and get the same effect.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can get that from the same fact.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
That's just cool. It's instantaneous. That's dope.
yeah. That's super.
It's just
dope.
like taking the nerdy selfie stick to a cool degree now.
yeah, absolutely.
It's like, no, this isn't a selfie. It's a javelin stick.
Yeah,
Girl, check it out.
check out my javelin
I
stick.
got a big javelin.
yes, fantastic.
Except you do that in public, people are going to freak out for a second. Like, what's he doing?
True. Yeah, I'm just throwing things at the sky. I don't know.
Just walk away calmly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got the shot.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds before we get on the air. We're going to talk about $400,000 worth of meth discovered here at the border and a man's laser pointer getting him in trouble. And just a couple stories here.
1995? Whoa.
I know, right? The fact that you can't learn from this stuff and you just continue to do it over and over again. But real quick, here's a follow-up. You know how we were talking about vibrating cheats this year in 2022?
Oh,
we had
the butt plugs and
the anal beads, and then of course we talked about that hot poker player, female poker player,
that's wild.
who was accused of cheating while playing a tournament at a Hustler casino, and they accused her of using a vibrating remote controlled ring. So basically the accusation was that somebody hacked into Hustler Casino's live camera feed that would show the hold cards, and then they would like signal for the ring to vibrate when she had the better hand.
Some Ocean's 11 stuff.
Yeah, and it would be the only reason why she would have called an all-in bet of $273,000 based off the shit Jack High hand that she had. Well, she recently took a lie detector test to claim that she did not cheat, and she passed the lie detector test.
Did they hack the lie detector test too?
Right, I don't know.
Yeah, this goes deep.
You know, I mean, if she's a cheater, I'm sure she could figure out a way to cheat around the lie detector test. But so there is no winning, and if you believe if she cheated or not. But she did kind of put her money where her mouth is, and she's like, I did not cheat, and I'll take a lie detector test to prove it. Now, there are several ways. You think on the internet that give you little tips of how to defeat a lie detector test. Essentially, if you're a sociopath, like if you have no problem lying, a pathological liar, and have no remorse, and to be like a professional gambler, you have to have that certain level of detachment to begin with, right? To be able to push in over $100,000 of your own money into the pot on a bluff is not something for normal people. Normal people have physical reactions to that kind of deceit. But if you are like broken on the inside, then that makes you a hell of a poker player. So it doesn't surprise me.
God, my ex should play poker.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't surprise me that she was able to pass a lie detector test, because essentially playing poker is passing lie detector tests, because you are lying when you're bluffing, right? And if you convince the people that you're telling the truth while you're actually lying, that's the lie detector. So, I mean, she made a profession out of fucking lying to people. So her being like, hey, look, I passed a lie detector test. Like, yeah, no, you're still a good poker player when you're not cheating. Right? So there's
Good
my
at
argument.
poker, horrible at friendships.
Yep.
And things.
Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Just breaking down a recap story of our cheating poker player that made national headlines about a week or two ago. But since we're back here now, let me talk to you about meth, kids. Oh, yes. This is not a morning moron, but I got the music for it, so let's do it. Last week, U.S. Customs and Border Protection uncovered more than $400,000 worth of meth in an unlikely place, a 2012 Ford Escort. Arriving from Mexico. It was also inside 136 condoms and
stuffed inside 4 pumpkins. So this was the many layers
The
to
Russian doll of meth.
Yes, the Russian doll of meth trying to make their way across the border. Obviously, I don't know what they were thinking and why they think that would pass. The one thing that Border Patrol agents are looking for at the border, for anyone who's ever crossed the border, which is many of us because we're right next to it, they are asking you if you have any produce, right? That's the number one thing they get mad about. I mean, yeah, drugs is up there. But like, I remember I got yelled at like I was a felon just because my daughter had a pineapple left over from her pina colada. They're like, not across this border. Is that Mexican pineapple?
Get the dogs.
Yeah. Yes, sir, it is Mexican pineapple. That tastes caliente. You better keep it on that side of the border. Oh, my bad. I didn't know it's such a big deal. So putting, drugs in produce, that's a bad look already. They're going to search that or confiscate it, period. It doesn't matter if it's Halloween. But yeah, this 44 pounds of liquid meth was stuffed inside 136 condoms, which I'm assuming it was Magnum because 44 pounds, that's a lot. That's a lot. And then in real hollowed out pumpkins, the driver and the passenger were taken into custody for further investigation. And even though it's Halloween season, a rep for U.S. Customs called this hiding place rather novel. So it's a bad look. I have a photo that I can share here on the podcast broadcast.
I just hope the sheriff said some cheesy line like, well, you got a different kind of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, that's right. A trick or treat. Yeah, you're not tricking me. Or something like that, right? I don't know.
Turned into the leprechaun.
Yeah. You're holla busted. Yeah. So there's the pumpkin. Oh, that's the condom meth. All right. So
Whoa.
And liquid meth. That's another takeaway. I didn't know they had liquid meth, but apparently they do.
Damn kids.
Mm-hmm. At least it wasn't fentanyl.
Vape meth.
Yes. If there's one silver lining, it's at least it wasn't fentanyl.
Yeah.
And other criminal news, this guy just is stupid and he's inadvertently criminal, but not necessarily like a bank robber or a real aggressor. He's a guy who had a laser pointer and it got him into an accident. Allegedly, the story goes like this. The victim says that Scott Soka was driving behind her and thought that she was driving too slow. So then Scott supposedly zipped past the woman, got in front of her, and hit his brakes. All right. Now, because that's the safe and mature thing to do, obviously, right?
Obviously.
Now, the woman flashed her high beams in response. So this was her non-audible way to say, F you, dude. Right? Then Scott allegedly whipped out a green laser pointer and hit her in the eyes with it. Now, it blinded the woman. And guess what happened? She couldn't see, so she ended up crashing her car into his, rear-ending him. Yeah, so no injuries were reported. The laser pointer is now being held as evidence, and Scott was issued a citation for brandishing a weapon. So she crashed into him, but he got the ticket. How beautiful is that?
Jeez. I just can't imagine an angry laser pointer use. That's just so funny to me. You got to reach for that immediately.
Yeah, and the fact that like when you got that laser pointer, you literally thought like I could do this to somebody someday because nobody
Right?
thinks of that in the moment.
I know.
This is a preconceived.
I hope she has a cat to distract as well.
Oh. Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan or any of our Facebook pages. We got more Beef Vegan Presents, including DoorDash for weed. Oh, it's something that's happening in Canada. When will we get it? We'll find out next. Beef Vegan Presents. Clear.
I thought we've always had that.
No, you know what? And my tease was misleading, and I apologize. And you guys know this. And I wanted to do a segment because we were supposed to have a band in studio today versus the fall. And I feel like I put too much pressure on the band because I was just like, hey, okay, you're coming in with your guitarist. Cool. You got a song that you can perform? And they're like, oh, no, we're not ready to perform an acoustic song. Okay. All right. Well, do you have any like music video links or anything like that? And bring a laptop if you have one. So, it's certain just standard questions. Yeah. And that was too much, man. He's like, I don't think I'm ready for this. And then so I had to message back and be like, dude, I think you're putting way too much pressure on yourself, man.
Like beef, you got SNL, then you have the beef show. It's like,
right. And look,
gotta bring your A.
Yeah. And I know they're a great band. Jonathan Russell and all the boys speak very highly of them. I've heard of Versus the Fall before I seen them live. And I'm looking forward to the show on Friday. But, I tried to tell him, like, dude, if you don't have any of that shit, that's fine. Just come in, shoot the shit, plug the show. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just trying to plug the show. Whether you bring all the extra bells and whistles, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, he was not ready, and apparently I stressed him out a little too much. And it happens. It is radio to a lot of people. It's a big deal. Their first time on radio. I remember. Yeah, I remember the first time I was on radio as a guest because of my band Gravy Blue, and I couldn't sleep the night before. Not a wink of sleep. I was just like so jacked up and amped to be on the radio, and this was up in Flagstaff. The Trainwreck was the name of the DJ up there. A small radio station, a rock station, a KZGL, and they had me come in. We had a demo that they played some songs of, and they wanted me to do a live acoustic performance. Now, again, I got no sleep. And then my manager friend at the time was like, before we went to the studio, he was like, you want to do a bump of cocaine? I'm like, sure. Right. So that was a bad idea because it really tore up my throat. And, I was young and destructive. So
biscuit face.
Right. So, yeah, I was partying like a rock star before I made it as a rock star. Right. Which is a common mistake that happens with a lot of musicians. So I end up doing this interview with Trainwreck. Now, I'm so nervous that my face is twitching, like it's literally twitching, and it could have been a little bit because of the cocaine, but like I'm feeling it and seeing it twitch. So I'm like talking, and I'm feeling my face like twitch like this, and it's freaking me out because I'm like, is he looking at my twitching face? And I'm sure he could see it. It was like a physical reaction, like super twitch, and I was super nervous, and I sounded like shit. And that was my first experience. So the excitement was there, and I understand, and I forget. Because I do this, I've been doing it so long, and I've been doing it so comfortably because I did it in my living room for 7.5 years. So, it is very comfortable for me to just crack this mic and just start spewing shit I shouldn't be saying. But yeah, I forget like how nervous it can be and what a big deal it is for somebody to be on the radio the very first time, especially someone who grew up here to be on KFMA in the morning show very first time.
Relatable.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad that I spooked him. We will definitely have him in soon enough, and versus the fall will be in soon enough. But that's the reason why we don't have him in today, or Kat, or anyone. I didn't book up any of our other friends because I'm like, oh no, I got bands loaded up all week, and then this shit happened. So I'm like,
it is what it is. It's fine.
Well, the reason why, one of the fun things that I was gonna do. Again, he didn't have to perform a song or play a music video. I just needed him to bust out his phone because I was going to ask if he was familiar with Rule 34. Do you know what Rule 34 is?
Pray tell.
Rule 34 is an internet maxim which asserts that internet pornography exists concerning every conceivable topic. The concept is commonly depicted as like fan art or normally non-erotic subjects, but sexual things. So my game I wanted to play with both you and Scott and whoever was going to come in for versus the fall was to pull up the Pornhub app. You have it in your secret files. And then we got to think of obscure streamers. You can help us out here. Give me just an obscure, innocent activity. Just name that in the comments and I will search Pornhub for a porn with that activity in it and see if Rule 34 exists in the world of Pornhub, which I'm sure it does. Right? So you got any ideas? Luckily, I already had Pornhub pulled up.
Like literally, that's a pretty, it's more mundane.
Yeah, give me a
coloring
mundane
book.
Okay, coloring book. Oh, did you look up coloring book?
No, I'm just saying. You think of something innocent and mundane.
All right, so I'm going to do coloring. Color wrong. Coloring.
You type in real estate or chef, you're gonna find porn.
Oh yeah,
no matter what.
No, of course, coloring book. Okay, yeah. So, this is a coloring book, not porn.
Hunting
on
elk.
Pornhub. Let's see what else. Captain America topless coloring. Gemstone dirty adult coloring book.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Foot fetish adult coloring book by Foot Model. Princess Souls.
Type in procuring illegal elephant tusks.
Oh, give me stuff I could spell real quickly, dude. I mean, you're killing me here.
Elk hunting.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look up elk hunting. And again, this is Rule 34. Elk hunting.
Oh, Andrew, fast food's gonna be on there. Manny says explosive ordnance disposal.
All right, here's first one. Deer season? No, it's cum shot season on outdoor booty while hunting. So yes. Let's see. What else?
Scrubbing's got to be in there. We got furniture restoration, hopscotch.
Are these some of our comments?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull up some of our comments.
Dodgeball.
Okay,
definitely.
dodgeball. Okay, dodgeball. This is Rule
for
34
sure.
again. So let's see what we got here in Rule 34. Which states that it's the internet, and if there's any activity at all,
See if
there
there's
will be a porn of it.
CPA. You're trying to cheat on your taxes.
Dodgeball. Okay, so dodgeball. Yep. Okay, so let's see.
Games.
Yeah, this one's like a lot of anime, but
Still counts.
yeah. And then you know what? Is dodgeball one word? Because I put
Mhm.
dodge space ball, and I got a lot of ball videos there.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a penis.
That's right. Okay, dodge. Oh yeah, look at that. College rules. Co-eds play a friendly game of strip dodgeball. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's just one, but it's still okay. What else we got? Fast food ordering. Okay, fast food ordering.
In and out.
Well, come on, that's too easy. So hold on, let me get the right proper music. If I'm doing Rule 34 again, Rule 34 states that if there's any kind of mundane activity out there that you could think of, there's a porn on the internet that exists of that. Fast food ordering. Are you looking up stuff too, Rico, or is it just me?
I got to go in incognito mode.
Yeah. Well, we found out today that incognito is bullshit as well.
Ah,
Burger King hiring manager fucks new job candidate in an interview. Hope she got the job. Cheating ex-girlfriend gives me top in McDonald's parking lot. Plus compilation of her nudes.
that's an easy one. I feel like
Sick.
fast food ordering. That's a given.
Holy shit.
What?
Fuck burger. This girl jerks off a guy's dick with a burger. And I'm looking at it, and it's like literally banging a Whopper.
So meat between the buns type of thing.
Like, I
No, I
can't
wanna
show
look at it.
Well, you have to. Just look at it real quick. Is that holy shit? Yeah. All right.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is disgusting. And it exists on the internet.
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, that's enough of that. All right. I think
Flight
we
pigeon shooting, paying taxes.
All right, hold on. Marksmanship. All right, let's see. Of course, a former vet would say that.
Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Guns
That's
and
Manny.
tits.
I know. Guns and tits.
Guns
Well,
and
that's
tits.
a whole genre, dude.
Yeah.
That's a tab on Pornhub.
America.
Yeah. Let's see. What was Manny's other one here? Furniture rest. Let's do hopscotch. Hopscotch.
It includes bouncing. Of course, there's going to be.
That's true. Yeah. Crazy girl without panties playing hopscotch, public park. Let's see.
Public
She's playing
park.
hopscotch on my dick. Booty bumping hopscotch. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Very
Nothing
good.
new under the sun. Everything's been done.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that though. I mean, that's a fun
It's too
fact.
bad a man doing the burger thing is going to be seared into my memory. Thank you. PTSD. I'm going to wake up and have to go to therapy.
You're never gonna ask for extra secret sauce on that
No.
Whopper. I'll tell you that much right now.
This might actually make me go vegan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's do beef retweets. We got 2 minutes here. Here's some fun things that I found on the interwebs that I just retweeted on my Twitter profile. Again, don't follow me, bro. All right, this is just for first and foremost. Okay, so we're gonna go local here. Is TMZ Tucson? TMZ Tucson's a good follow if you're gonna follow anybody on Twitter. TMZ Tucson's definitely the one to follow. Now there was another fight at Cobra Arcade. There's always fights at Cobra
Dude,
Arcade,
they blocked me on the way home, and I'm so.
right? So it's every single night that
Feels
you're
like it.
good.
Every time I get out, I have to go down the street where Cobra's at. There's always like a street fight, and my mind's always like, do I want to just hit and run? Do I want?
And honestly, I don't blame
out of my way.
I don't blame Cobra for this. I worked at a bar that was just like this. It's a meat market bar.
A Tucson downtown
Young,
bar.
it's young 20 somethings all looking to get laid. When the ratio's messed up and it's more guys than girls, then a fight will happen. That's just the way it works out.
Experiment society, baby.
Absolutely. So here's a fight that happened, but apparently the rule is if you break out your phone and try to record a fight, you get kicked out of the bar immediately. That's exactly what happened to this person. Check out this clip from TMZ Tucson.
That's my corner.
Yep. Okay, you working at Riley's for like 2 months and now that's your corner. I like how the bouncers are just watching the brawl break down. They're like, let him work it out. You hear him?
What the fuck?
Let him finish.
Everybody needs to back up. Everybody back up.
Chill.
Usually have cop cars
I'm
posted
trying
up
to
like
get this shit
right
on
there.
camera, nigga.
It's probably early.
Chill. He just said if your phone's out, you're out.
I'm in the middle of the street. There's the cop. You know what sucks for Cobra Arcade, guys?
Cobra Arcade's great, by the way.
Yeah.
Just idiots.
The Cobra Arcade in Phoenix, this didn't happen a lot. It was more of a hipster bar. And down here, it was just straight up a fuck bar, right? It's just a meat market. And this is what's happening with that. And it sucks, but it happens. What are you going to do? I don't go to it. Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here on the podcast broadcast. We're just doing Beef's retweets, but I want to share you this fun story about Uber Eats. They have partnered with an online cannabis marketplace, Leafly in Canada, to start delivering their products to customers. Yeah, that's right. Uber Eats is now delivering weed in Canada. It's only a matter of time before that option becomes a reality here in Arizona. But do potheads really need it? Do we need more reasons not to leave the house and just sit at home and get high? We could already get our food to us. Now you're going to get our weed to us? I mean, seriously, we're going to become sentient or not sentient.
Yeah, it's going to be like Wall-E.
Yeah, we're going to just lay there, be super lazy. I still look, man, I don't want to sound preachy or sound too old school. I got a dispensary in my neighborhood. I would encourage people, if you have a dispensary in your neighborhood, to get up off your fat ass, walk down to the dispensary and buy some weed. And that way you're burning some calories before you order Uber Eats and get a bunch of food stuffed in your face when you're all stoned. Now, I say this. Have I done it once? No. In fact, actually, I will probably be the first person to get weed delivered to me because I am kind of lazy. But, don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. I'm sorry.
I got that.
Yeah, okay, thank you. But the Ontario residents, they've been able to order the cannabis products online since November, but they had to pick up their items in person. Now, Uber Eats says there's no plans to try to break into the U.S. market yet, but, just a matter of time. Federal legalization probably would have to happen, but just imagine that. So, imagine a world where someone would deliver weed to your house. It'll just be like before they legalized weed. You know what I'm saying?
Weird.
The only difference is the goddamn surcharge.
Taxes.
Back in my day, I had weed delivered to me as well, but I didn't pay an extra $15 in taxes and a delivery fee and tip. No, I just paid for the weed.
Yeah, my weed guy never asked for a Yelp review.
No, never.
Ever,
man. So, yeah, in some ways, the future is cool. In some ways, it's more of a pain in the ass. The freedom of doing things illegally back in the day,
freedom, baby.
I know it's a whole bunch of freedom. We talked about Rule 34. So here's a fun deep dive that you guys can do on the interwebs. Rule 34 is an internet rule that asserts that internet pornography exists concerning every conceivable topic. The concept is commonly depicted as fan art, usually non-erotic, but we found out very quickly that most of it is super erotic. So think of the most mundane, innocent activity that you could think of, like sweeping the floor.
Basket weaving.
Mm-hmm. And if you're going to Pornhub, you put in basket weaving, I guarantee you're going to find a basking weaving themed porn. And I know this for a fact because we just spent the last 3 minutes on the podcast broadcast coming up with all different types of scenarios, and not once have we failed. So Rule 34 is asserting that the internet will have a porn for any conceivable situation. So that's your homework for today, okay? When you get a chance, guys, go to Pornhub, put in any kind of little situation, and have some fun. Yeah. All right, we got your beef tip coming up after these words. Keep it right here. It's Rocco on 2.1 KFMA.
Go to your messages real quick.
Okay.
On Instagram, I sent you another Twitter thing. Remember that clip last week? We showed that guy that was getting stalked by a cougar.
Yeah, my Instagram, you say?
Style. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Twitter thing where another terrifying nature encounter, which is always fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, no, you just sent me one the other day where he was.
Yeah, the cougar. The guy
with
the gun.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. This one's like that in a sense. Okay. A little more intense, actually.
Okay. And it's Twitter?
Yeah, it's a Twitter link. Gotcha. It's a video. It'll pop up.
All right, cool. Let's see. Copy link.
It's one of those, oh, shit.
Yeah, I like those oh shit moments. I had a couple on my retweets as well.
This one's a bear.
I might have actually shared this. Yes,
Probably.
I absolutely did.
You did already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, but I didn't share it on here yet.
Let's show
Check
these.
this out. This is nuts.
Just the noises.
And it's a black bear too. That's
I can't see it on the
surprising.
screen. Are you showing people?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm not.
Just noises. There we go. Start over.
All right. Here's the beginning of this. He's just rock climbing.
Insane, yeah. Oh, what's this?
It's crazy. And I thought, what, black bears are more docile? They don't
They
attack
are, but
humans?
apparently there was a cub down there that was protecting us.
Oh.
You see him like I think second 19 on the bottom
Yeah,
right.
I
Baby
see him.
cub.
Yeah, I do see the little baby cub.
He gets super defensive. Wild. And he just goes climbing again. All right.
Yep.
Done with that.
After he kicked him. The good thing he kicked him. And
that
that,
primal scream. That's all I want.
yes. The worst place to probably fight off the bear, too. Yeah,
I
'cause,
have the higher ground, Anakin.
yes, it's true. But if you slip and fall, boom,
Oh yeah.
you're done for. So yeah, that I did share that as well. That
Wild.
is definitely a holy shit moment
Yeah.
for sure. All right,
Right in your face.
All right, I got another video to share with you this morning. We got to do tap out, and we have F My Life. We had a good morning moron. I have so many choices here. Our morning moron actually was ridiculous. Is this druggie who thought it would be a good idea to steal his ex-girlfriend's mom's ashes? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nuts, and we had a good time making fun of him. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out. Studies have shown breathing in air freshener could shorten your lifespan up to. Shut up, bitch. Sorry. 6:15. Time for your morning moron. All right, here we go. There's an idiot who won't be getting back with his ex-girlfriend anytime soon because his get cash quick scheme didn't really pan out. He's a guy in South Carolina who's now facing charges after he stole his ex-girlfriend's mom's ashes.
What?
Yes, so he could sell them to get money for drugs, as you would do, right? His name is Jackson. He's 19 years old, and he called his ex last Wednesday around 6 o'clock in the morning and told her that he took them. Now, he said that he took some of her mom's cremated remains and was planning to sell them to get money and buy heroin, which, again, makes no sense at all. But, again, if you're on heroin, I guess everything makes sense. So it was crazy too is he's like, yeah, I just took some of them, let me just sell half of these ashes, baby, get a quick fix, and then you can have the rest of the ashes and mourn appropriately. But that's not how things work, and nobody is in the market to buy people's ashes. There's no value to anyone's ashes. Not even yet. Not even Jurassic Park scientists are going to be like, oh, cremated ashes? Yeah, okay, we could get some DNA strands from there. I don't think you can. Maybe a couple bones, but it's pretty much incinerated. That's the whole point of cremation. Now, no one seems to know why, where, or how he thought he could sell the ashes, but it doesn't sound like he stole an urn. Just the ashes. Like, wrap your mind around this. We do morning more, and we talk about stupid criminals all day long. All right, this is the dumbest of the dumb. Jackson opened up an urn, scooped out some ashes in hopes that he could sell them to somebody so he can get heroin.
The hell?
Yes.
Like, he had a plastic baggie. He scooped it out like protein.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. He'd be better off trying to inject the ashes himself. But again.
I mean, imagine the surprise. You hear that on the street, though. Like, hey, man, you want some ashes?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
This is a new thing?
There's an ash market? Well, no. Apparently, this is not the new thing whatsoever. And no one knows how or why he even thought this was a thing. But again, he is a heroin junkie, so he wasn't really thinking. Now, his ex-girlfriend wasn't home when he called, but he came back and they found the door kicked in and ashes on the floor. So apparently he spilled some too. So he made a mess. So cops arrested Jackson the next day. He's facing charges for burglary as well as destruction, desecration, or removal of human remains. So let's recap real quick. Stealing your ex-girlfriend's mother's ashes in an attempt to sell them for drugs definitely makes you a morning moron. And you know what they say? Ashes to ashes, dust to busted.
Oof.
That was my pun of the day.
That was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, I couldn't say words well,
Nope.
but I had a couple good puns, couple good joke singers in there.
No punny.
Some speed breaks there. What did Todd think of the puns? Did you like that pun there, Todd?
No, I wasn't. I was not paying attention. I was doing technical things, but if it was a pun, I would have tuned it out anyway.
I'll tell you this. It was this. It was talking about a stupid criminal, stole his ex-girlfriend's mother's ashes, attempted to sell those ashes, no urn, just the ashes, for heroin, right? Nobody wanted to buy those. And I said, you know what they say, ashes to ashes, dust to busted.
That's not a pun.
Okay. What about the joke? Was it a clever joke?
It's a good liner.
Okay. All right. See, I got a little bit from him there, Rico. You see that?
Is that one of those backhanded compliments we're talking about?
No,
no.
Not even.
No. I give my compliments like I give my insults straightforward.
That's true.
No chase.
You have to- I did come back from the dentist. This whole side of my face is numb. Like
Viserys.
I can hear a little bit of a lisp, which is fun. And that's why I was wondering if we were going to see you pop up on the stream. Oh, you got the gauze in there.
Got your Marlon Brando.
Would you get like cavity filled?
No. Well, my back 2 molars are being replaced because wisdom teeth caused a lot of problems before they got removed, and now just repairing a cascade of problems.
No, I feel your pain. I actually have to go to the dentist. Like I had a cap fall out, and I've been just rocking this half tooth back here that I feel, and it's not good. And I know it doesn't hurt now, but I know it's going to be a day where I'm in excruciating pain, and I don't have any dental insurance. I got to be
We're going to Nogales again, boner pills and dentist.
Well, testosterone, but yes.
Yeah.
This guy always call me out on the boner
But
pills.
thankfully, with the medical marijuana card, I could just have weed delivered.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, that wasn't the best story either. Hey, you know, I was doing okay. I started off on the wrong foot, okay? I was upset because my air freshener was stolen. But for the most part, after I got past that, we were nailing it on all cylinders. Rico and I bounced back and forth and putting on a pretty solid show. Then Rocco came in, which is always a pleasure. He feeds us this delicious deep dish pizza, and then boom, my brain shut off, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like
power went to the stomach.
Food coma.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, I still have an extra hour and 15 minutes left. Now, you know, Versus the Fall was supposed to come in this morning, and I'm kind of happy they didn't, only because, you know, I'm kind of too tired to, you know, entertain. But that's exactly what we're doing right now, is entertaining. So it's stupid to say that. But yeah, either way. So I'm blaming Rocco, and that chicken tinga deep dish pizza is fucking phenomenal.
It's fire.
It's not an understatement. Have you tried the Korean corn dog place yet? Speaking of which,
No, but I have heard about it.
K-pop corn dogs.
Something like that. Yeah, it's right down the street from my house. It's like 2 blocks away from my house, and it's almost, my house is almost close enough to where the tail end of the line to get in there is like my front door, because consistently it opened up on Thursday or Friday. I've driven past that place about a dozen times now.
How long do you think they're going to offer a fast pass for it?
I don't know. So it's a small place. It's like in a little strip too. So I imagine the place not being that big anyways. But there's always a line of at least 20 to 30 people out the door every single time I pass by it. So it's been nonstop open to close. People want their deep fried cheese.
Is it? It's not 24 hours, obviously.
No, I can't deal with that
idea. The business owner is like, you know what? 24/7.
We're back on. Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Had Tom Marley pop on the broadcast last minute. Hey. It's good to see you. All right. That's all the time we have for the show.
Hi.
Yeah. I do have a beef tip before we wrap things up, as Todd is recovering from going to the dentist. You know, my beef tip, last night I didn't get any sleep, right? And that's on me. For whatever reason, I just didn't get a good night's sleep. So my beef tip to you is the key to get a good night's sleep. And they say it's stealing a toddler's routine. And this is what that means. All right. First, setting consistent bedtime. Check. Taking a bath or shower, double check. Putting on lotion, well, that's weird, but and then doing something quiet before bed. Meaning, like, if you self-pleasure, try to keep it down so you don't wake up your girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So do those 4 things, and then you'll sleep better, and you'll sleep like a toddler, basically by stealing the toddler's routine. And that's fun fact. We covered a lot of stuff today. I'd like to thank our in-studio guest, Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza, located on Broadway, the best deep dish pizza in all of Arizona. I awarded him that this morning, and I stand by it. Come at me, bitches. All right. So tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away tickets for Max and Igor. And coming up next, we got Razor filling in for Robin. So apologize for that. But the good news is after Razor's shift, Razor's taking over for Razor as well. So you got 8 hours of Razor on KFMA. You're lucky. You're welcome. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to the show. As always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. All right. See, I was brain dead. Right?
It's hard
that
to
was
get
me.
the thing going.
It's all that cheese. My girl,
my
daughter's calling too. Oh, I need some Novocaine too. My daughter ditched out on the school.
Hokey time.
Yeah. And so I got to run home because she doesn't have a key for the house. But yeah.
Dad, I broke a window. I don't care anymore.
I know. But yes, that is all the time. So that's our podcast. I'd like to thank all you guys for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and, join us tomorrow. Tell a friend, all the good stuff. Todd, get well soon, buddy.
Yeah.
I might send you another invite tomorrow and see how you're holding up and see how that lisp is sounding.
I mean, it'll just be tomorrow. It won't be numb. It'll just be pain.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's when I like to talk to you, when you're in pain and super agitated,
Tears running down.
Awesome. I'll talk to you guys later.